Hello everybody, welcome to my latest update video. I just decided to make a video today because it's actually Autism Pride Day, and when I saw that pop up on Facebook, I was like, oh, I didn't know there was an Autism Pride Day. I knew there was Autism Month. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, I'm going to share this. But I've been having such a bad day that it kind of took on a different meaning for me, and I thought this is a perfect time to make a video because this is something that people need to be aware of. I don't even know where to, like, being an autistic person to me is not always, it's almost always not a good thing. And I used to think when I first got diagnosed that this was something that I was like happy about because it explained so much of my life and I was able to move forward and whatever. But the longer I process it and the more I try to get support in life and just work my way through life, the more I'm realizing that it's just gonna always be a struggle. And the thing that recently I saw another video about another autistic YouTuber who recently posted a video about this topic of how autism is just, it's a crushing thing to have. Like, he said that he was falling apart physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. His life was just falling apart and he didn't see the point anymore, and he was just like, you know, this is reality. I'm kind of a useless human being and I feel useless, and this is not a good thing and this is bad. And you know, when I saw that, I'm like, I can relate. I can totally relate. And then today I had a lot of bad things happen that are directly related to autism, and then I saw that Autism Pride thing and I'm like, who's really proud of being autistic? It makes me wonder. I mean, I know there's a lot of autistic people out there who are lucky, maybe, or they're just able to make a career out of their special interest, or they're able to find a happy relationship that they're fulfilled in and everything's fine. But I don't think that most autistic people have that experience. And I follow a lot of autistic groups online, on Reddit, on Facebook, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say 99% of them are of people like complaining about being autistic and asking if anybody else can relate to the problems that they're dealing with. So I know that this is normal. I mean, I shouldn't say normal, but common for autistic people to struggle with life so much that they just get beaten down by it. And I don't know how to feel proud of that, because what do I have in my life? Like, my friends circle is very limited and not supportive. In fact, I'm going to go deeper into that, into why today was horrible with a friend. And then also, I've completely lost what I was saying there. Basically, I think I was saying that I can't be proud of anything of my life, really. Yeah, I've made it through this far. I mean, I'm 50 years old and I've made it through this far, but that's only because what choice do you have? I mean, I'm not advocating taking yourself out, and I'm not going to do that. But what else is there to do besides that? If you keep living, people act like, oh, you're so strong because you keep living, and you should be proud that you've gone through all this stuff and you're still here. Well, I don't think that's much to be proud of, because I don't even know how to explain how I feel about that. Like, not doing anything is not something to be proud of. Basically, letting your life crumble around you is not something to be proud of, and the fact that you're still dealing with life is not, I mean, people say, oh, and this is another thing. Recently, somebody said, it might have even been my therapist trying to help, saying, like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I absolutely hate that phrase. Because, sure, it makes sense in some situations if you are... where would that make sense? I don't even know right now. All I'm saying, my point with that is, for people that are struggling mentally and are overwhelmed, are burnt out, obviously what didn't kill them did not make them stronger, because they are still suffering. They are struggling. They are getting worse. Their health is getting worse. It's the whole spoon theory thing. If you don't have enough spoons or energy, if you don't have enough mental energy, capacity to do things, you're just going to shut down. So there's the whole autistic meltdown thing. There's the autistic burnout thing. There's the shutdown thing. And I feel like I've been in a downward spiral of, I don't know if it's shutdown or burnout combined, where I'm just I'm like watching my life just crumble around me, and the further deeper I go, the more I just don't know what to do, and I just start to not care. And so I'm sorry, I don't feel proud to be autistic. And I know lots of other autistic people that also do not feel proud, because they feel like it's a curse, like it's a struggle. And even these other autistic YouTubers, they're having the same, they're beaten down by life. They're beaten down by their condition, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not trying to be politically correct here. I'm just don't have the mental capacity anymore to say things so I'm not pissing anybody off. But I just wanted to shine some light on the fact that Autistic Pride, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Unless, like I said, there are some autistic people out there that are living their best life, and sometimes I live my best life, but it's always temporary. It's always for a weekend, or it's never a permanent thing. It's always, I'm escaping my life in order to enjoy life. And so once the escape has to end, then it's like I'm back to the same old life that I can't handle, and I can't stand it. So, like, that's reality. And okay, here's what happened today. I found out first that my food stamps, my SNAP benefits, are going to end because they did not get the proof of my income, which I did send them. So, like, I don't understand that. I don't understand how I spent half a day struggling with paperwork and finding documents and printing things and mailing things, and I had so much to send them that I couldn't hardly shut the envelope. I had everything they needed. I had tax returns, I had my statements, I had all of it. I sent it to them, and now I'm getting a letter saying that that I didn't send them the proof, even though they clearly got it, because they got my actual renewal application thing, whatever. So they're just, and then I talked to a friend about, and this is where this got worse. I talked to a friend about it, and she said that, God, I'm blanking here. She made me feel worse because oh God, my brain is so completely fried. I can't even remember what happened like an hour ago. Basically, it was not a good conversation, and she made it sound like I should not be getting benefits because I have a retirement fund. That's a separate thing, but, they knew that I have a retirement fund, even though, I can't have it yet because I'm not retired. But apparently in some states, you aren't supposed to get help from the government if you have retirement fund. I don't know, but that's not really where I was going with this. But anyway, so that the conversation just didn't go well with her, and it didn't help at all, because I was trying to explain to her, I sent what they wanted. They wanted the proof of my income. I sent them that, and it wasn't enough, apparently. It wasn't what they said they didn't get it, even though I gave it to them. So, yeah, I'm gonna lose my food stamps if I don't send them the right paperwork. But I just sent them everything I have. I don't know what else to send them. And I'll get more into my conversation with my friend in a minute, but I want to keep going with this dealing with this problem with the food stamps. I don't know how to fix the problem. So my arms worker is coming on Wednesday. She comes every week to help me with stuff. But the thing is, we've got an appointment with a lawyer. And he's going to give me a consultation on disability. So that's going to take up the entire hour. Okay, so then she's not going to be able to help me with this problem with the food stamps. And then the next week when she comes, it's going to be too late because I won't have time to deal with it at that point. They want, the government always says, we need this information from you, and it's got to be like within a week or something. They always give you such a short deadline. So I don't even know how to get that done. I'm going to need help, and I can't get the help because we're going to be on the phone with the lawyer for the whole hour. So, okay, back to my friend. So, I got to remember the conversation we were having now. This has happened twice with this same friend, and the first time it happened, so what she does is, she is not autistic, so she'll do this, and she'll say, me and her have actually had conversations where she'll tell me a joke, and I literally will not get the joke, and I'm like, I don't get it, why is this funny? And she had to explain the joke. And then another conversation we were having, she was explaining something, and I said, I'm confused. I'm not seeing what you're seeing here. Explain this to me. So she had to explain it to me. And then there was another conversation. This happened like 3 times. Today, she's like, are you gonna tell your brother Happy Father's Day? And I'm like, well, he's not my father. And then she said, well, why don't, you're supposed to say something. Just send him a text or something. And I'm like, what? I'm supposed to wish my brother Happy Father's Day? This is a thing? I've never done this before. Nobody's ever told me to do that before. It's a social obligation that I didn't know about. And she's like coming down on me she's like, oh God, your family is so messed up. I thought my family was messed up. And I'm like, okay, number 1, he's not my dad. Number 2, I don't understand these social obligations people have. If somebody has to tell me to do something, clearly that means that I didn't know that I was supposed to do it. How do you get to be my age and not know that you're supposed to wish your brother Happy Father's Day? So the last straw was when I told her, again, for like the 3rd time recently, I said, hello, I'm an autistic person. This is an example of one of the things I don't understand. And it's just not on my radar. I don't know how to deal with it. I don't do it, whatever. All of these examples of these things. And she always responds with the same thing. And she says, you're doing it again. You're using autism as a crutch. And basically that means she thinks that I'm making up excuses and just saying, oh, that's my autism. But seriously, it is. And I have seen probably hundreds of autistic people also say this. When we explain why something is, we are not using it as a crutch. We are explaining that we are this way because of this. Autism affects the brain. The brain controls how we think, how we behave, how we do things. So basically she's blaming me for acting like I have a different brain than I do. Like I can just change how my brain works. So the last time that she said this to me and made me mad, I quit talking to her for a couple of hours. And I said, I don't have the energy to explain this again because I've already explained it and you don't understand, so I'm done. That's what I said. And then today when this happened, I'm like, nope. After the whole crap with the SNAP benefits, I was already in a mood and I was already couldn't deal with it. And she said it again. She said, you're doing it again. You're using autism as a crutch. I don't even remember if I finished reading what her whole paragraph said, but I just said, I can't. I don't have the mental energy to explain myself again. And I hit X out. I got out of there. I'm done talking to her, at least for today. And that, yeah. And so then both of those things on top of each other was just too much. And then my neighbors are chainsawing trees or something. They're constantly making noise. And I got another bunch of neighbors that are all running around outside. There's like 5 or 6 of them running a car engine really loud. And it's just, I don't have the peace and calm that I need right now. I almost made this video inside my bed tent, which is like it's like a tent that goes over my mattress. And it's dark in there. It's like a cave. But the video didn't look good. You couldn't see me good enough. But I just wanted to get away from any windows. I just needed to be in a dark, enclosed space. And so I'm making this video because this is my way of saying everything that's on my mind right now. And after I get done with this, I'm probably going to crawl in my cave and just maybe listen to music, because music's the only thing that works for me. So let me see. While I got you on the video, I wonder if there's anything else that I could update you on. There's really been no change in my situation at all. I mean, I have been waiting for 7 or 8 months now, maybe 9 months, to get on the Section 8 housing assistance, rental assistance. Still haven't heard nothing, even though they told me originally, you'll be to the top of our list sometime either around May or sooner, because a lot of people move out in the springtime. Well, it's now almost July. It's gonna be July in like 2 weeks, and I still haven't heard anything. So, yeah, I don't know when this is going to happen, but it's just another thing that to add to my, I don't know. So, yeah, there's really been no change in that. Probably gonna lose my food stamps, and then, yeah, so instead of just continuing on with how much everything is horrible right now, I'll just end this video, because this is also a reason why I'm not making videos anymore, because I can't be creative right now. I can't do anything other than just escape my problems, because I can't deal with them, and it's all getting to be too much. And so this is the reality of being an autistic person, and in the world that does not support I'm gonna say mental health care issues, but autism is not really a mental illness. It's a brain neurotype, but people look at us as we also have usually anxiety and depression, which for me is obviously getting a lot worse now. So, yeah, there's just so many examples of the world not accepting us and not supporting us, misunderstanding us, making things hard for us when it comes to this paperwork. And I already struggle bad enough with the paperwork, and I don't know if I can do it again. Like, sometimes I just think I'm just gonna give up and not do anything. I'm not gonna fight for nothing. I'm just gonna stop trying and just exist and see what happens. Like, then I don't know what would happen. I would just end up, I don't know. So yeah, I'm rambling again. I'm sorry, and I hope that people understand why I am not able to make videos on a regular basis. I'm only making this one because I wanted to stress how Autistic Pride is kind of lost on me. I don't understand how people can be proud to be in this situation. And yeah, I know there's not everybody's in the same situation as me, but there's a lot that are. There's so many autistic people that are struggling with so many things. And I've seen people in worse shape than me, like that YouTuber guy. He's got a wife and a kid, and he doesn't feel like he can provide for them. He's hitting the same point of breakdown that I am. And I get it. And it's something that we cannot turn a blind eye to. Is that the phrase? Yeah, so autism is not something that I am enjoying. The only time I've ever enjoyed being autistic is when I can lose myself in my special interests, which is music. And I feel like, well, yeah, that's a whole separate subject, but thank God for music. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have it. So I'm going to stop rambling now, and I do not know when I'm going to make another video. I don't know what else to update people on. When nothing changes, things only get worse. I don't know if people even want to hear the negativity that I'm saying right now. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video now. I know I've said it 100 times, so thank you so much for watching if you have gotten this far, and I don't even know what to say about the future. I don't know if I'm gonna make any more videos. Not anytime soon, probably. So thank you so much for watching if you made it this far.